built up all over time, but I gotta let it out, I can't hold it inside. Keep a smile on my face when they looking at me, but I know that's my only disguise. I be trying to get away from my problems. Yeah, you can run, but you can't hide. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. I'm starting to feel like I've been under pressure. I'm keeping my foot on their neck, I won't let up. I know when I fall down, I gotta just get up. I brush it all off, I'm better than ever. Been through a lot, but I'm never gonna settle. Know that I've been heating up like a kettle. Thinking back when I was studying dental, now I got plaques coming on the way, that's special. Yeah, they all come from my spot, but I never stop moving. Gotta do more when I feel like I'm losing. Putting in work, that's the only solution. You the only one who you really be fooling. Damn, trying to find peace inside my head. I've been talking to God, but I'm left on red. I ain't got time to be feeling upset, so I keep doing my best. I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. Yeah, I've been up fighting my demons, and they be trying to pull me in. Yeah, every night I seen them, I won't back down, I'ma beat them. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Ay, run it up, made a lot, but that's not enough. Got the labels all calling us, talking to me, but I hang it up, cause I got my fans and I'm proud of us. Never do it for the cameras, song a week and that stamina. Keep it going, I'm an animal, I unleash when they let me loose. I've been ready since like '02, getting my bread, now how about you? 100%, that's all I do, so now please don't talk about me. Sold out shows, that's all I see, yeah, they said no I in team, so I gotta be MVP. Come on. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. Hey, never getting too cozy, cause they all coming for me. Used to sleep on the rollaway, now the whole team got the rollies. Roll deep in the Suburban, backseat and she working. This the life that I dreamed about when I could've paid a room service. Now it's electric curtains, but I still just scratch the surface. I'ma get right back to working, till I get my mom's the Birkin, till I get my pops the new bands, till I get my bro a few M's, till I got the whole fam, they ain't never gotta go to work again. We done came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. We came here to party tonight, celebrate for the rest of our lives. All the games, we gon' leave them aside. You know man lie, woman lie, but the money multiply. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me, cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that truth, it'll set you free. I ain't like them, cause I'm all I need. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Let me tell you right now, I'm the realest. Ain't nobody else ever do it like I did it. I ain't really had a competition in a minute, and a lot of other rappers out here flying spirit. I'ma stay consistent, feeling like a man on a mission. Ballin' like I play for the Pistons, but I'm Blake Griffin. I'ma switch cities, doing shows. I be living on the road, going all around the globe. When it come down to it, I'ma never settle. I be trying to get the bands like it's heavy metal. I'ma put my foot down, keep it on the pedal, cause nobody ever gave me shit, I had to go and get it. I've been here for a while like a veteran, been through a lot, but it turned me to a better man. Everything I do is me and myself. Now I gotta be a legend when I put it on a shelf. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Ain't nobody fuck with me mentally. Talking that shit, you dead to me. Cause I ain't got time for my enemies. Told her come through, get ahead to me. Telling that truth, it'll set you free. I ain't like them, cause I'm all I need. When it come down to it, I'ma bet on me. Hey, this an 8-figure mindset. A lot of people want it, but they scared of the progress. I ain't from the projects, but I got my own story that a lot of y'all couldn't ever really process. Didn't when nobody would've given me a second. Now they all come around giving me a lesson. If you ain't want it back then, you ain't coming where I'm headed. I've been thinking I'm the greatest, even if nobody said it. I'm a spaz on the beat, ain't nobody that compete. In a whole different league, they ain't never catching me. I'm the only one to be.
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, July 14th, 2021. Got a pretty good show for you today. There's not a lot of live games going on today. Got the NBA Finals game tonight. We'll talk about that. Got the British Open and golf going to happen this weekend. We'll talk some about that. Then we're also going to get into talk some NFL future bets. Give a shout out to Bazanji for the music there. Check his page out. You can find him on Spotify. All right. First thing before we get started, we had some difficulties, so for now we're going to be live just on YouTube and Twitch. We won't be live on Facebook right now until we get some things figured out with that. But we'll still be live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 for Easy Money, and at 1 o'clock for GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Check out our YouTube page. Please hit that subscribe button. And also, we now have merch for sale. You can find that. You can find the merch at our merch store at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports/merch. Or you can find it in the description for this stream. So please check on that. There's also a donation page on there if you'd like to donate to help the show grow. We'd really appreciate it. All right, let's start out with the Suns at the Bucks. Bucks are 4.5-point favorites. They're minus 200 on the money line. Suns are plus 166 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 220.5. Series is 2-1. Suns won the first two games. Milwaukee won the last game. Won game 3 on Sunday by 120 to 100. I like the Suns at the plus 4.5. I like a money line too, but I definitely really like them at the plus 4.5 because if they do lose, I don't think they're going to get blown out. I think the Suns are going to bounce back this game. Devin Booker and Chris Paul both shot the ball terrible last game. I don't see both of them shooting the ball terrible again this game. Booker usually bounces back big after a poor game like that. I think Booker's going to have a big game tonight, so I like the Suns plus 4.5. The over-under is close. The first two games both went over. The over is 2-1 so far in this series. First two games was like at 225, 226. The last game, the total was ended up being 220. So actually, the under would have hit on that. And then today they have the total set at 220.5. I like the over here, just because I think the Suns are going to shoot the ball better. But it's one that I lean toward the over, I should say. I lean toward the over, but I really like the Suns to win the game and to cover the plus 4.5. I mean, I don't see the Suns playing as bad as they did last game. They never could get any rhythm. And but I also like let's check out a couple. Let's talk a few prop bets in this game real quick before we move on to something else. Player performance doubles on FanDuel. PJ Tucker to make one or more 3-pointers at plus 110. Giannis to make one or more 3-pointers is at plus 132. Chris Middleton, 3 or more 3-pointers at plus 172. I like that. Giannis has had back-to-back 40-point double-doubles. So, I mean, if you want, you could always go with him. Let's see what else they got on this. Chris Middleton, 25-plus points in Milwaukee to win. You get at plus 200. Jrue Holiday is the same thing. Giannis, 35-plus points, is also at plus 200. I want to see the Suns because that's who I think is going to win this game. Ayton to have DeAndre Ayton double-double in Phoenix to wins at plus 280. I like that a lot. Then you got, let's see, Jay Crowder to have 5 or more rebounds and Phoenix to wins at plus 250. Chris Paul to make 2 or more threes is at plus 290. Devin Booker, 3 or more 3-pointers is at plus 4, and Phoenix wins plus 440. Devin Booker, 30-plus points and Phoenix to wins at plus 520. You get Chris Paul, 25-plus points and Phoenix to win at plus 560. Devin Booker double-double in Phoenix to win would be plus 1,400. There's some that are interesting. I like the DeAndre Ayton double-double. The Devin Booker 3 or more threes, I kind of like that because I think Booker's going to have a big game tonight. I think they're going to have a big game. All right, let's close that one. Let's see, first basket. See player points real quick before we move on. All right. Booker to have 25. Giannis to have 25 or more points is at minus 1,600. Booker's to have 25-plus points is minus 235, so there ain't really a whole lot of value there. Jrue Holiday at plus 290, if you think Holiday is going to have another big game. All right, let's move on. Let's move over to the I pressed the wrong button there. Sorry. Let's talk some golf here real quick. Got the Open this weekend. Favored to win it is Jon Rahm at plus 800. Behind him, you got Brooks Koepka at plus 1,600. Schauffele's at plus 1,800. Justin Thomas at plus 1,800. Spieth at plus 18. McIlroy at plus 22. I like I like Shane Lowry to win. Lowry has been solid. He finished eighth in the Players Championship, fourth in the PGA Championship. He plays good on link courses. And hold on, I'll get it. I thought I wrote down why. Oh yeah, he's at plus 3,500 to win it, or to place top 10. You can get him at plus 290. I like that as well. I also like Brooks Koepka. Brooks Koepka to win. You can get Koepka to win at plus 1,600. Koepka has won 4 of the last 15 majors he has started, and he's also placed top 10 in 11 of the last 15 majors he started. So I would put a little bit on Koepka to win, and also like Koepka to place top or finish top 10. That's at plus 150. Another one that I kind of like would be Rory McIlroy. He's at plus 2,200 to win. And you can also get him at plus 210 to finish top 10. Jon Rahm is the favorite. I mean, he's been playing real well too. Let's see. But yeah, I really like Shane Lowry a lot, and I like Koepka too. See, you can get Brooks Koepka at plus 320 to finish top 5. McIlroy's at plus 450 to finish top 5. Also like Justin Thomas to finish in the top 10. You get that plus 210. But all right, let's look at some matchups before we move on and talk some NFL football. In the matchups, a few of them that I like is I like Hoostayson over Hovland. You get Hoostayson at minus 126. Hovland's at minus 102. DeChambeau and Koepka. DeChambeau's at plus 120. Koepka's at minus 152. I like Koepka in that. Spieth and Johnson. Johnson, I believe, just took back the world ranking. Number 1 world ranking, I should say. That one I'm going to stay away from. Spieth and Johnson. Then you have Rahm and McIlroy. I actually like McIlroy on this one at plus 148. I think McIlroy's going to have a good tournament. Another matchup is Shane Lowry and Tyrrell Hatton. I would favor Lowry on that one. Reed and Morikawa is another matchup. And that'd be a good matchup. But I think I would go with Morikawa to minus 102. Thomas and Schauffele. That's Thomas is at minus 102. Schauffele's at minus 126. Then you have Victor Hovland and Matthew Fitzpatrick. Hovland's a favorite in that one. I'd probably stay away from that one. Patrick Reed against Paul Casey. I like Reed at the minus 118. And then Jon Rahm and Brooks Koepka. Rahm's at minus 192. I think Koepka's going to come out firing. I would kind of like Koepka at the plus 148. Daniel Berger and Brandon Grace. Grace is at plus 112. That'd be one I would look into. There's a lot of matchups. If you're betting the matchups on golf FanDuel has a bunch of them. We'll get back. We'll get back in a few more of those here in just a minute. We're going to take a real quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk. Come back and talk some NFL football. Enjoy these couple clips while we're on break, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. That guillotine.
Yeah.
And once your arms get dead, dude, them punches look like they're in slow motion.
Yeah, it reminded me of that famous Chris Gonzalez fight at the fairgrounds.
Yeah. I got in there and fought a dude as big as Brandon. I weigh 123, supposed to be fighting 138. I've been drinking since like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I can't believe you did that, dude. I'd have did anything to see that. I'd have did anything to see it.
Well, they went and got me shorts and shit. I quit drinking, started drinking Coke. And we went upstairs, and I changed.
Started drinking Coke.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't drink water.
Just put a cigarette out.
We're upstairs in this room, and I'm getting warmed up. They said, okay, some music comes on, and it was him coming out, but I couldn't see him because there was a big fucking backboard from like a basketball goal when you walked out of that room. So they play my music, and I'm walking down the stairs, and I look up in the cage, dude.
Get Chris feel the floor shaking.
This motherfucker Brandon decides, so he's about 155, 160 pounds. Talking about he was 138. But I'm thinking, I'm walking to the cage. You know what I mean? Music's on, everybody's looking at me. I was like, well, I got to fight the motherfucker now, or I'm going to look like a little bitch. So I get in there, dude. I had boxers on. They bring me a cup. I didn't have a jock strap or nothing. So me and my Uncle Steve, which is these two's dad, we went in the bathroom and we switched underwear. I took his underwear. He had some fucking whitey tighties.
Dad known for wearing the whitey tighties.
Hey, I put them motherfuckers on, put on the MMA shorts, shoved that cup in there. We're fighting, middle of fight, the fucking cup falls out. Oh shit! I said, "Oh, that's mine." I put it back in. We started fighting again. Dude, I had no business being there. First round, I tried to take him down. We kept bouncing off the cage, and he got me down and had my back, and I was fucking like balled up, almost in the fucking fetal position. He elbowed me 3 times on my fucking ear. Hurt like a motherfucker. But I felt him go up again. I'm like, you're not doing that shit again. So I turned into him, got a single leg, and I got my hips under me. I picked him up, slammed him, got him in the rear naked choke, and the fucking bell went off for the end of the first round. I was dead, dude. I rolled over, and I was laying there. And
Chris said, "Hand me a cigarette."
I need a cigarette right now.
Dude, like right here,
it's over. Throw in the towel.
Yeah, like right here beside, on the other side of the cage was my Uncle Steve and this guy I worked with when I was working at the prison. And they threw me a bottle of water. I'm still laying there. I didn't even get up. I was like leaned over a little bit, got a drink of water, threw it back to him. Ref, so you ready? I said, yeah. I stood up and they rang the bell. Well, my Uncle Steve was telling me in the corner the whole time. He said he knows you're going to shoot because that guy's coach was Steve Fritz. You two might not know him. I think Brandon might. He might be old enough to know him. But he was a wrestler for Southside. Well, he was running this like one of them MMA school things.
Yeah.
And he was this guy's coach, and he was telling that guy, he's a wrestler, stay away from him. So getting ready to start that second round, Steve goes, hey, he knows you're going to shoot, fake a shot and punch him. So I go fake a shot, get ready to punch. Next thing I know, here comes a fucking head kick.
Oh, shit.
Well, I catch the leg and take him down, but I end up in a triangle choke. And I couldn't fucking breathe, but I circled out of it, blasted this motherfucker right in the nose, and looked at the ref and said, I'm done. They rang the fucking bell. I got the last hit in, so I'm done. They rang the bell. I got the fuck out of there, dude. My buddy was waiting in the cage side, handing me a beer.
Handed him a beer,
dude, I was so fucking hot. So I went outside. This is like in November here in Indiana. It was cold as fuck. And I'm sitting outside in nothing but them fucking MMA shorts and a beer sitting beside me. I still felt like 100 degrees. Finally, I cooled off, went and changed, watched the rest of. Cause I was like the third, fourth fight of the night. There was still a bunch of fights to watch. So we watched all the fights. Hell, we ended up going to a bar. After that, I woke up next day. My neck was purple, my ear was purple. I couldn't hardly turn my head. It was fun, though.
Moral of the story, people, is Indiana MMA has come a long way, and I think Casey Kenny has proved that.
Casey Kenny's representing.
And also, the other moral is don't get drunk and get in the fucking cage.
No.
3 and OT. Let's go. That sounded a little close for my liking.
They hit a fucking pole or something too. Did we just catch gunshots live on the stream?
Hell yeah, we did.
From the mean streets of Muncie, Indiana, on a Friday night, we
On
hear
the
about
south side.
we hear about 10. Pop, pop. All right, welcome back to the show. Hope you enjoyed that clip. Why didn't the ticker come on? I don't know. Hope you enjoyed those clips. You can find a lot more of clips like that on our YouTube page at Gonzo Sports Room. Please check that out. Please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 to 1 or at 11 with Easy Money, a sports betting show. That's live on YouTube and Twitch. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday with GSR Gonzo Sports Room at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's live on YouTube and Twitch. Follow us on social media, Twitter and Instagram at Gonzo Sports Room. You can find me on Facebook at Chris D. Gonzalez or on Twitter at Chris Gonzalez at Gonzalez Sports. We also now have merch for sale. You can find it at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. Or you can also find the link in the video description. Why did we lose the ticker? Hold on just 1 second. Trying to figure out why. Trying to figure out why the ticker didn't come back on. But okay, anyway, let's move on. Let's talk some NFL football, some futures. Let's talk division winners. We'll start in the AFC East. You have the Bills favored as the favorite at -150. The Dolphins are plus 310. You have the Patriots at plus 350, and you have the Jets at plus 2100. Of course, the Bills were going to be the favorite. They had with the season they had last year, making it to the AFC Championship game, losing the Chiefs. I also like the Patriots here. I think the Patriots are going to be better than they were last year. A lot of people forget they had a lot of guys opt out last year. Some of their better players opted out and didn't play in the season. That's going to help them. They went out, spent some money this offseason, something they use on some players, something they usually don't do. The key is going to be at the quarterback position is Cam Newton or Mac Jones. Is either one of them. Which one of them is going to step up? If one of them steps up, Patriots could be an underdog that move up. Dolphins, I'm not real crazy about really. I just don't know about Tua. I've never been completely sold on him, and I don't think the Dolphins were completely sold on him. At least they didn't look like it last year. We'll see what happens with that. The Jets, nobody knows what the Jets are going to be. They have a new coach. I think Salah is going to bring in a good culture. I do think the Jets are going to be better than they were last year. But how much better? They're going to have probably a young quarterback. I don't see the Jets being the division contender. I think in this division it's going to be between the Patriots and the Bills. If you're looking to sprinkle a little money on the underdog, I mean that's not bad value at plus 350 there with the Patriots. I think the Bills are the favorite and should be. Let's do the AFC North. You have the Ravens at plus 115 as the favorite. Then you have the Browns plus 145. The Steelers are at plus 440 and the Bengals at plus 2300. I really like the Browns in this division. I think the Browns are going to win this division this year. It's going to be the second year in I think the Browns found them a good coach. For one, I think they got a good GM. I think the Browns got a good GM. Then they went out, and now I think they finally found them a good head coach. Baker played better last year. I look for him to play a lot better this year for two reasons. One, it's going to be the second year in Stefanski's system, and for two, it's going to be the first year that he's coming back and going to be and having the same coach and going to be running the same offense. So I look for and they have all kinds of weapons on offense. They're getting Odell Beckham back, which they didn't have most of the season last year due to injury. They still have Landry, Chubb, and Hunt in the backfield. I mean, yeah, they have a lot of weapons, and I think their defense has gotten a little bit. I think they improved their defense over the offseason. So I like the Browns to win the AFC North. I think the Ravens are probably the second favorite team in that division, and then I would go the Steelers, and then probably the Bengals. I do think the division will be between the Ravens and the Browns, but I like the Browns in that division at plus 145. Next, let's move to the AFC West. Chiefs are the favorite to win the division in the West. They're at minus 290. Then you have the Chargers at plus 500, the Broncos at plus 600, and the Raiders at plus 1,800. Chiefs are clearly the favorite in this division. I would put the Chargers behind them. I think it's going to be between them two on the division, but of course the Chiefs are the heavy favorite in the division. The Broncos at plus 600 to me is interesting. I think they're at plus 600 because they still don't know what their quarterback situation is. And I still think that there's people that think that Rodgers is going to end up in Denver. So I look for this number to either, if Rodgers ends up in Denver, it's going to go up because they're going to move up toward the top of the division to compete with the Chargers and Chiefs. Or if not, I could see the Broncos falling a little bit, maybe going to like plus 1,000 or so. But I think that all depends on who the quarterback is. But I like the Chiefs are the heavy favorite, and I think the Chargers are the second best team in that division. Next division, we'll finish off the AFC with the AFC South. The favorites to win the division are the Indianapolis Colts at plus 110. You have the Tennessee Titans at plus 115. Then the Jaguars at plus 700 and the Texans at plus 2,700. I like the Colts in this division. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie. That's also probably partial because I am a diehard Colts fan. But I think Carson Wentz is going to have a good year, a big year this season. Yeah, he didn't play good in Philly last year, but a lot of people forget. Everybody was fucking hurt. Offensive line was hurt. You had he was throwing the receivers off the practice squad. Running backs off the practice squad. Yeah, he didn't have a good year. But it wasn't all. But it wasn't all on Wentz. Some of that was because or some of that was due to the personnel you have on the field. And I agree some of it, and I also agree, hey, some of it was Wentz. Yeah, some of it was Wentz's fault, but I think Wentz is going to have a big year. He's back with Frank Reich. If our receiving core can stay healthy, I think we have a couple good receivers in Pittman and in I can't think of his name now. He played for Ohio State. We've had him for a couple of years, but he ain't been able to stay healthy. I do wish the Colts would have went and moved maybe and got like Julio Jones, but also I've been a Colts fan for years, and that's just not how our front office works. But I like the Colts in this division. I do like the Titans. That's the second favorite team in this division. They picked up Julio Jones. I think that's going to help him, and Tannehill's been playing real good. Jaguars, not sure what you're going to get. You have Urban Meyer moving up to the NFL. He's brought in. Going to have Trevor Lawrence. We'll see how he progresses in his rookie season. So the Jaguars still don't know. Texans are still a mess. Probably going to be Tyrod Taylor starting for the Texans, I would assume. I like the Colts and the Titans and the AFC South as the two favorite teams. Like I said, I would favor the Colts, but I am a Colts fan. Jaguars are interesting to me. I think they're going to be better than what they were last year, but not sure that they're going to be able to be competing for a division this year. All right, let's move over to the NFC East. In the NFC East, this is funny to me. They have the Cowboys as the favorite to win the NFC East at plus 110. They have the Washington football team as the next favorite at plus 260. Then you have the Giants at plus 400, the Eagles at plus 550. Me personally, I don't think the Cowboys are that great of a team. I think I like Washington football team at plus 260 if you're looking to sprinkle some money on an underdog to win a division. I like the Washington football team. I think the Giants have gotten better, but I think the Giants improved their team. And you're getting Saquon back. But it's all going to depend on Daniel Jones. Is he going to play consistent enough to carry them to a division title? I actually kind of favor the Giants over the Cowboys because I think Jones is going to have a good season this year. I just don't know. You just don't know what you're going to get from the Cowboys. They play terrible. Usually play terrible in the first half, and then try to make a comeback in the second half. But I would actually favor going with the Washington football team at plus 260. I would like what Ron Rivera has going on there. So that would be one I might sprinkle a little bit on an underdog there. Let's go to the NFC North because this is an interesting division because it's all going to depend on if Aaron Rodgers is with the Packers or not. They have the Packers at plus 100, Vikings at plus 220. Then you have the Bears at plus 300, and then the Lions at plus 2100. I think the Packers would be a lot bigger favorites if they were. For the only reason they're not right now is because they're not for sure if what Rodgers is going to do. I like if Packers have Rodgers. I like the Packers in this division. If the Packers don't have Rodgers, this division to me would be wide open. I would think you'd have to favor the Vikings, but the Vikings just didn't. I don't know. Last year they didn't play. Couldn't get everything clicking at the same time for some reason. The Bears. I can't trust Matt Nagy. I think the Lions are going to be better. I think this new coach is building a good culture, and I think they're going to be better. I don't know how much better they're going to be this year. So I like the Packers in the NFC North if they have Rodgers. If the Packers don't have Rodgers, I would put some on the Vikings. Then in the NFC South, of course the favorites is Tampa Bay. the defending Super Bowl champions. They're at minus 195. Then you have the Saints at plus 320, the Falcons at plus 700, and the Panthers at plus 1100. Of course, I think Tampa should be even a bigger favorite than they are. I don't think the Saints. I'm not sure what the Saints yet. To me, it all depends on what Sean Payton does. If he plays Watson, if Watson's the starting quarterback, I think the Saints are going to be good and are going to compete with Tampa. Not saying they'll beat Tampa, but I think they'll be able to compete better. If he starts Taysom Hill at quarterback, I think that limits the team. I think that also limits what your best weapon that you have in Kamara. So if Taysom Hill is starting, I would move the Saints further down, actually. Well, you still have to have them ahead of the Falcons and the Panthers. You just don't know what you're going to get from the Falcons. They have a new coach. They're trying to work things out. The Panthers, I like what Matt Rule's doing there. I think he's building a good culture. They're building a team. I was kind of surprised that they got rid of Bridgewater so quick, especially for Darnold, which you really don't know what you're going to get. Or are you going to get the Darnold that people thought? Is he going to be the player that people thought he was going to be when he got drafted so high? Or is he going to be what he was? The problem him with the Jets, or was it the personnel around them? Was it the coaching? Was it the scheme? I mean, we're getting ready to find out. I do think Darnold's better than what he was playing with the Jets, but hands down, Tampa's the favorite in the NFC South. And then last but not least, we have the NFC West. And the favorites in the West is the 49ers at plus 185. Then you have the Rams at plus 195, the Seahawks at plus 270, and the Cards at plus 600. I think this has the makings to be the toughest division in football this year. I think the 49ers are going to be good. If they can stay healthy, they're going to be good. Garoppolo's a good quarterback. They're going to play him at first, give Lance time to grow. Then the Rams, I think the Rams are going to be better with Stafford. And we know what they have on defense with Aaron Donald and the crew that they have. Seahawks, it all depends on if they can get their cut back on turnovers and they can get their defense fixed a little bit. I mean, they're usually tough, and the Cardinals have a good team, and they got better this offseason. So I think this is the probably the best division in football this year. I think the Seahawks are going to struggle some this year. I would go with I like the 49ers and the Rams in this division, and I'd probably I favor the 49ers the most. But I do think the Rams have a shot. I think the Rams are going to be pretty good with Stafford there as at quarterback. I mean, you never know. I think more Detroit's problem wasn't as much as Stafford as it was the coaching staff and the people around them. They just never could build a team around them that they could have. But before we get out of here for today, first of all, I appreciate everybody watching. Check out our YouTube page at Gonzo Sports Room. Please hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Gonzo Sports Room. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Gonzalez or at Gonzalez Sports. You can find me on Facebook at Chris D. Gonzalez. Don't forget we're live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 with Easy Money, a sports betting show. And then we're also live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 1 with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. Both those shows are live on YouTube and Twitch. Also, we do have merch available now. Check it out. Hopefully you like it. Get you some. Also, we have our donation page up too. If you'd like to donate to the show to help us grow, you can do that as well. You can find the donation page and our merch store page both at streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. It is also in the video description. There's a link you can click on. It'll take you straight to it. We appreciate everybody watching. Hope everybody has a good Wednesday. Hope to see you here in a little over an hour at 1 for GSR. Oh, but I almost moved on too quick. Before we do that, let me give you guys my picks for today. Like I said, there ain't a whole lot, but in the basketball NBA Finals tonight, I like the Suns at plus 4.5, and I also like the over 220.5. And then a few in the for the British Open in golf. I like Koepka to win, Shane Lowry to win, and then I also like Koepka, Lowry, both place top 10, and I also like McIlroy to win and McIlroy to place top 10. Okay, like I said, Koepka has won 4 of the last 15 majors he started, and he's placed top 10 in 11 of the last 15 majors he started. So Koepka top 10 at plus 150, I think there's pretty good value there. But no, thanks for joining us. Check out the merch page. Please hit that subscribe button on the YouTube page. Hit that bell to get notifications on when we're going live. Hope everybody has a great Wednesday and a great rest of the week. Peace.
Look around this car and think of all the hot, crispy McDonald's fries that have slipped out of your fingers after you couldn't resist grabbing them. Thank you, Fallen Fries. Give your fingers another chance ordering ahead on the McDonald's app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.